Hello, everyone, and welcome. My world is all about AI and how it's shaking things up in the hospitality industry, and I'm really excited to share some of that with you today. A huge welcome to all the students from Europe Hotel School who are joining us. We're really looking forward to being a part of your journey as you become the future leaders of this amazing industry.
All right, so today we're going to tackle something that is absolutely crucial. I'm talking about staff safety. It's not just about rules and regulations, it's about people. And we're going to look at it through a really interesting lens, how AI is becoming a kind of digital guardian for our teams.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll talk about a danger that's kind of hiding in plain sight in hotels. Then, we'll get into the cool part, the AI-powered solution. I'll show you exactly how this tech works, right down to the room-level accuracy. We'll also tackle the big question of privacy, because that's super important. And finally, we'll wrap up by looking at how this is setting a whole new standard of care for our industry. Sound good? Let's jump in.
So first up, let's pull back the curtain a little bit. You know, we all see the beautiful lobbies, the smiling faces at the front desk, but there's another side to it, and that's the challenge of people working completely on their own.
So let me ask you this. Think about a big, bustling luxury hotel. Where do you think your staff are the most vulnerable? Is it the front desk? The restaurant? You know, the answer might surprise you. It's anywhere they're working alone.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it? The very things that make a hotel a haven for guests, thick walls, heavy doors, all that privacy, can actually create real risks for our team. Think about your housekeepers, your maintenance crew, even room service staff. They're often working in total isolation. And if something happens, a medical emergency, a security issue, yelling for help behind a soundproof door just isn't going to work.
Okay, so that's the problem. How do we solve it? How do we keep our people safe when they're so spread out? Well, that brings us right to our second section, and this is where technology, specifically AI, comes into play. Let's take a look at a solution that's designed to tackle this exact challenge.
So what we're talking about here is basically a smart safety net. Imagine this. Every staff member has a small wearable panic button. And throughout the hotel, you have these little devices called beacons. The buttons and the beacons are all connected to a central AI platform. It's a whole ecosystem that creates this invisible shield of safety, covering literally every single room and hallway.
And the absolute game changer here is something called room-level accuracy. Now, this is not your phone's GPS, right? We all know how GPS can get totally lost inside a big building. This is different. This technology can tell you not just the building, but the exact floor and the exact room number someone is in. And when you think about an emergency, that kind of precision, well, it's everything.
So you're probably wondering, how does it actually do that? How does it know you're in room 503 and not 505? Well, let's dive into the nuts and bolts. In this next section, we're going to walk through the entire process, from the moment an alert is triggered to the second help arrives.
You know, the beauty of this system is how simple and fast it is. It all happens in a flash. Check it out. A staff member presses their little wearable device. Instantly, that device talks to the nearest Bluetooth beacon in the hallway or room. From there, the AI platform does its magic. It crunches the data, pinpoints the exact location, and bam, an alert with a map is sent directly to the closest security or manager's phone. It's a straight shot from needing help to getting help.
Now just think for a second about how this compares to the old way of doing things, like using a walkie-talkie. With a radio, someone in distress has to be able to speak, they have to be calm enough to say where they are, and that's not always possible. With this system, it's silent, it's automatic, it sends a precise map. There's no guessing, no confusion, no delay. It just works.
And what does all this mean in the real world? It means we're shaving response times down from minutes to mere seconds. And in any emergency, whether it's a health scare or a security threat, we all know that every single second counts. That's the power of this kind of instant, smart technology.
Okay, so whenever we talk about technology that knows where people are, a big red flag goes up for a lot of folks, and rightly so. The question is, what about privacy? Are we just trading safety for surveillance? That's a really important concern. So in this next section, let's tackle it head on.
And the first thing you need to know is this. This system is not Big Brother. It is not designed to track your staff all day long. It's built with something called privacy by design, which means it absolutely does not watch where people go during their shift. That respect for privacy is baked right into the system.
So when does it know your location? Only in two very specific situations. First, if you physically press the panic button yourself. That makes sense, right? And second, it's smart enough to have an accelerometer, kind of like what's in your phone.
If it detects a sudden fall, what's called a man-down event, it will automatically send an alert. So it only activates when help is actually needed. It's not watching, it's waiting.
All right, so this tech is clearly amazing for individual safety, but its impact is actually much, much bigger than that. It changes the way a hotel thinks about its responsibilities. So for our final section, let's zoom out and look at how this is really setting a new standard of care for the entire industry.
There's a phrase I really love that perfectly sums this up: a digital guardian. That's exactly what this is. It's a silent partner that follows your team members into every room, onto every floor. It's the ultimate reassurance that no matter where they are never truly alone, and they will always be heard.
And the ripple effects on the business are huge. For one, it's a clear, powerful way for a hotel to fulfill its duty of care to its employees. But it's more than that. Can you imagine the effect on staff morale, on employee retention? In an industry where our people are our greatest asset, creating a true culture of safety and respect isn't just the right thing to do. It's one of the smartest business decisions you can make.
So I want to leave you with a final thought, a question to carry with you as you move into your careers. We've seen what AI can do for safety today. But as you become the next generation of hotel leaders, I want you to think about what's next. As this technology gets even smarter, what will the future of staff safety look like in the hotels that you run? The future is in your hands. Thank you.